We cannot thank those enough for coming out and supporting us each and every single weekend. We're fixing to wait for the first one to roll down. Don't forget to check us out on all social media platforms to keep up with all things Mountain View Raceway related. As we've just got a handful of laps left, and here we go. So we got one group of Mod Minis, Dwarf cars. We need you in staging for your heat races. Once again, Dwarf cars, we need you in staging for your heat races. We're going to make a few laps around the racetrack in between the Mod Minis and the Dwarf car heat race. They're going to roll that top side in just a little bit before we go to our Dwarf cars.
Looks like we're only going to have one group here tonight. The 17 of Doug Price, the 41 of James Hornby.
The missing data. We love missing data. And then you got the 20 of Kenneth Daniels, the 17 of Doug Price. It's going to round out your Mod Minis as we got just a few laps left.
That missing data, I'm going to guess, is Landon Fitzgerald in the 14 going to the flag stand now.
And quick time so far is going to be the 41. That's going to be James Hornby, a 12.970 in the 41. The black and orange going down the front straightaway into turn number one. He is your quick car so far in your Mod Minis as the white rag flies for the final time around in your Mod Mini hot lap session.
The four cylinders not too far off the track record as they ran a 12.970. The track record a 12.680, so not too far off.
They are knocking on the door of that for sure. American All-Star Series drivers, you guys need to be getting ready and headed towards staging for your qualifying as you guys will follow our Dwarf car heat races. Once again, American All-Star Series presented by PPM Racing Products. You guys be strapping in and headed towards staging for your qualifying session as we are fixing to get our Dwarf cars on the racing surface for heat race number one. Silas, we're going to roll the top of the racetrack in. So while we've got a brief moment in the action, we can finally see the crowd. We want to thank each and every one of you for coming out. So if you've never been to Mountain View Raceway, you got to raise your hand now. Is this your first trip to Mountain View Raceway? Raise those hands. We've got them all over. We want to thank each and every single one of you for coming out, spending your hard-earned money with us here at Mountain View Raceway. It's going to be one heck of a show. Smallest show we've had all year. 100-plus cars every single weekend. A lot of big shows going on right now. The Scott Bloomquist getting inducted in the Hall of Fame at Smoky Mountain. So a lot of cars are up there, but we've got enough cars to put one heck of a show on for you race fans. So once again, on behalf of Mountain View, we want to thank you guys for coming out. There's a little track prep underway, and then we'll get our Dwarf heat races in action.
While we have a quick moment, Scotty Bells and Lester told me to thank you all fans. He just came back from his mission trip. He said it was a great one, but it's all to you fans, so he wants to say a big thank you. And tonight's 50-50 is going for Toys for Tots. Throw in $1 if you have it, $5, whatever you want to give to it.
Absolutely. A couple weeks ago, it was $400 and something to the winner. So each one of those tickets, the way it works, if you've never done the 50-50, if you buy a ticket for $1, 50 cents of that is going to go to the Toys for Tots. 50 cents of that is going to go to the pot for one lucky fan to win So make sure when you're walking around, you see those guys walking around, you buy those 50-50 tickets. You can turn $1 into $400. That's a pretty good profit.
Yeah, I see them right now as they're closer to the concession stand.
So make sure you guys are getting those 50-50 tickets. And the more you buy, the cheaper it is. So if you got 100, just throw 100 in there. You're going to make at least 50 back if you get that. I mean, and you're helping the Toys for Tots, so you can't ask for anything else. All those proceeds, half of that pot goes to the Toys for Tots. It may feel like summer, but we're close to Christmas. Golly bum, it's been hot here lately in the Great Valley here in Spring City. And now our Dwarf Cars heat race number 1 fixing to come at you.
And heat number 1, starting on the back row, the 77 of Patrick Melton and the R77 of Sean Russell.
Starting third on the field is going to be the 2K. It's going to be Michael Lively. Starting second, the 119 of Gary Russell.
And on the front row, the R3 of Justin Russell.
So that's going to be heat race number 1. American All-Star Series drivers, you guys need to be headed to staging now. Once again, American All-Star Series drivers, we need you headed to staging now as your qualifying session will be coming up right after these 2 heat races. We're going to double them up 2 by 2. 6 laps will be the distance for your Dwarf Cars.
Looks like one didn't quite make it to the cut. Not sure which one that is right now. Looks to be the R7. No, the R77's out there.
And that is not going to go. If you look down, you see the white start line. That's where those guys will start it off. A little quick on the gas pedal. Race command's going to tell them a no-no. Shake a bad stick at them. Line them back up 2 by 2. 6 laps will be the distance.
Looks like it was the other 77 of Patrick Melton. He wasn't the one to make it out.
You see the man with the plan right there down in 3 and 4. If you see that gentleman around the racetrack, give him a big thank you. Shake that man's hand for what he's brought to Mountain View Raceway in 2025. That's Jesse Lowe. He has absolutely worked his fingers to the bone this week to put a great show on for you guys here. He's telling them, calm down, looking over here. Making sure no debris or transponder is missing, as one of the cars does not have a transponder not picking up. And those little boogers are expensive. So they're going to make sure they can find it before we let these Dwarf Cars go for 6 laps.
Race fans, next weekend we're going to have our 4th Lucky 7 points race, as we had a lot of rain out, so we have to make them back up. So we're going to have a lot of those in a row these coming weeks, as it's going to be a few of those. I think 2 back-to-back, and then we have a weekend and then another. We have a lot of racing coming up, but we got one on the track right now.
Absolutely. Your Dwarf Car is fixing to come to the green flag. Let's see if we can get them to fire correctly. 6 laps will be the distance, and we are underway here at Mountain View Raceway for our first heat race of the night with the Dwarf Cars as they dive down into 1, coming out of 2.
The R3 of Justin Russell going to be out front leading the way. He's going to take lap number 1. The 77 going to loop it around to the bottom of turn. Number 3, we're going to keep it green.
Patrick Melton whipped it back around. Please stay green, and here we go. We're fixing to complete another lap. Justin Russell in the R3 out front, the 119 of Gary Russell second. Now the 2's looped it around. That's going to be Michael Lively. That will bring a caution out. Yep, and there it is. So we had one loop around, we stayed green. Then the 2X, or the 2K of Michael Lively bringing out that caution as we are heat race number 1 for our Dwarf cars. Second heat race fixing to come at you. We're going to get these things in the book sooner or later.
Yeah, just looking down, I just realized there's 3 Russells out there. The entire top 3 are all Russells.
I seen that a minute ago and was like, Russell, 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 and an announcer's dream. And here we go. Lap number 1 is complete. We're going to be working on lap number 2. Justin Russell out front, the 119. That's going to be Gary Russell. And then the 77 of Sean Russell falls back to 4th.
The 2K trying to make his way back up to his position as he was running in 3rd. He's got it now, but now working on another. The 77 going to loop it around in front of him into the infield.
You couldn't fit a piece of paper between those 2 cars down in turn number 4 as the 77 of Patrick Melton loops it around and almost collects the 2K of Michael Lively. Let's hope Michael didn't bend anything, jumping that big old curve down in turn number 4. He had some tough luck a couple weeks ago when he was here, so let's see if he can get that 2K figured out.
Seems like it's been happening to a lot of people recently. I was on Facebook, Kyle Shadden, normally the 102 driver. In Openwell, he's going to bring a Sportsman out, but didn't quite make it. He's had a lot of issues with that.
Yeah, I was seeing him. He was on Facebook asking about some motor things, how to set top dead center on the 604 crate. He'll get it going. We'll see him out in the late model sooner or later, and here we go. 2 laps down. We're looking 4 more to go, and it's Russell, and then a Lively.
Lively, the lone soul out there right now as Justin Russell putting a dominant one on this heat race. Here comes Lively looking to get the second spot away from Russell.
So Lively goes to second. How they finish here is how they'll line up for tonight's feature. Inside rows is how they'll be determined right here. So inside row number 1 right now, the R3 of Justin Russell will be starting on the pole. Starting inside row number 2 will be the 119 of Gary Russell, but the 2K of Michael Lively trying to change that.
The white flag's out. Justin Russell on cruise control through 3 and 4. Levi pushed up, coming out of turn 2. It's going to be Justin Russell, the 119 of Gary Russell, and Levi.
So that's how we'll line up the inside rows for tonight's main event for your Dwarf cars. As it'll be 20 laps for the Dwarf cars tonight. American All-Star Series presented by PPM Drivers. If you are not in staging, you are late for tonight's qualifying session. Once again, American All-Star Series presented by PPM Racing Products. You guys need to be in staging now for your qualifying, as you guys will follow this 6-lap Dwarf car heat race. Going to be our final ones, and then we'll turn it over to the voice, Mr. Peter, here momentarily. Got a traffic jam on the exit down in turn number 1. Can't say enough about Mr. Joseph Rush bringing the American All-Star Series here to Mountain View Raceway for the inaugural Dave Bilberg Memorial. I remember as a kid, I'm from Crossville, Dave was from Crossville as well, going to his junkyard all the time, and it was the coolest thing to see that late model sitting in the shop. Every time my dad would go, I'm going with you. I had to go check out Dave's late model, so to be able to announce the inaugural event for him absolutely means the world, paying $4,444 for 44 laps, which his race car number was 44. So here we go, heat race number 2 coming at you.
The F21 of Christopher Ferguson and the 96 of Cody Norris.
The 22 of Wes Jones and the 113 of Chris McKinney going to round out your front row for the 6-lap affair in your Dwarf cars. They see where the start line is. They get that magical 1 to go sign by our flagman. And we will get underway. Silas had a couple cautions in that last one. 6 laps. The Dwarf cars can tick them off pretty fast here at Mountain View Raceway. All right, we'll do it. Who's your pick?
Give me the the 222 on the outside.
You took my pick. So I'm going to go with the 113 of Chris McKinney. Chris McKinney raced a late model for a long time. Sportsman late model, crate late model, now trying the Dwarf cars out.
The green flag's going to be out. The 222, Wes Jones around the outside. A little contact between 1 and 2.
Wes Jones carrying the left front, working the top side of the racetrack, coming out of turn number 4. Lap 1 complete. It's going to be Wes Jones. Second, Chris McKinney.
Cody Norris back there in third. Christopher Ferguson back there a little farther as Wes Jones going to hit down another lap coming out of turn number 4.
Wes Jones looking mighty fine as we're going to line them up one by one, just like going to the cafeteria in school. We're going to be working on lap number 3 here momentarily. Still out front, Wes Jones.
The eye test says Cody Norris is catching up just a little bit, but they're catching up on Wes Jones pretty fast across the line there.
Cody Norris, no stranger to the Dwarf cars, as he has been racing them for a long time. If he's one that can run them down, he's the car to do it. We're going to have 2 laps remaining right here. Still out front, he's led every single lap, the 222 of Wes Jones.
And coming to the white flag, Wes Jones, one more circuit around for him. But here comes the 113 of Chris McKinney.
Chris McKinney going to try to make a move down in 3 and 4, but couldn't happen. It taking home heat race win. The 222 of Wes Jones, followed by the 113 of Chris McKinney. The 96 of Cody Norris, and then rounding out your pack will be the F21 of Christopher Ferguson. And now we'll turn it over to the voice of the American All-Star Series, Peter.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate you guys. Well, it's my favorite time of every single event here for the American All-Star Series. Qualifying is getting ready to go here, and Nick's over here doing a great job. Joseph Rush, thanks for letting me come down here once again to do something we enjoy over here. But anyway, it's qualifying time here tonight for the American All-Star Series, and I really like this racetrack so far. You got a really good looking meaty cushion starting to get built up in turns 1 and 2, and also in 3 and 4. So far, the track record, I believe, by Jason Manley with a 10.804 set on 7:15.23 for a 604 late model around this place. Man, that is flying around here, by the way. My goodness. So this is going to be an interesting one as our first set of lineups, as I'm waiting for our lineup to get ready to go here. I believe it'll be, let's see, Joe Bicklesmeyer going to be out here, going to be our first car out here tonight, and Aiden Morgan as Joe Bicklesmeyer in that number 53 machine, Aiden Morgan at number 25. As we are ready to go for qualifying here for the American All-Star Series here tonight. Bicklesheimer going to make his way to the bottom in turns 1 and 2. A lot of banking on this speedway. So they're going to make their way also on the outside of the turn 3 and 4. As Bicklesheimer and Morgan will set the bar here tonight, and Bicklesheimer will beat with a 12.181 at this time. 12.181 at this time. Aiden Morgan will go quick time with 11.861. 11.861 for Aiden Morgan. As we get rolling here, Aiden Morgan still the best time overall. Goes even faster on the second lap with 11.834. As Bicklesmeyer will be also for the 11.957, 11.597. So Aiden Morgan, that number 25 machine, will set the board here tonight with 11.834. 2 more American All-Star Series late models going to be Kevin Hale out of Gadsden, Alabama. Okay, that is Alabama. That really is Alabama. Wow. Talk about taking a trip here tonight, the number 8 machine of Kevin Hale. He'll be joining us here tonight for the American All-Star Series qualifying. BHR qualifying, scratch that. As you will have Sullivan Schutte also in that number 14 machine. He's got that fast fab number 14 ride coming down to the backstretch in turn 3 and 4. As we are waiting for more times, as Kevin Hale's got it all wound up right through the middle of turn 3 and 4, down to the front stretch, he says. White flag in the air for the American All-Star Series. Kevin Hale will go with a 12.205. 12.205 there for Kevin Hale. Good enough for third quick at this time. You have the 14. Shooty goes quick time overall with 11.711. So Settleman Shooty now going to be your quick time at 11.711 at this time, as he's going to get the checker flag for the third lap. Wow, he'll even go faster with 11.566. 11.566 for Sullivan Shooty at this time. We should be having Trevor Size at number 73 and Joshua Chesney will be coming out of BHR qualifying. Should be our next round of guys starting to come out here for some qualifying action. Chesney and at Chesney Logistics American All-Star Series Callaway Taxidermy number 5. And you will have the 73 of Trevor Size. I'm going to find him. He's down here somewhere. I know he's on this list, but he's in that PBM Bryson Products number 73. Trevor Size already got her all wound up. He'll make his way through the middle of turn 3 and 4. Washes up out of the cushion. Good save for Trevor Size. Chesney in that CVR race car number 5 machine. Size will go down to the front stretch for the first lap. He will go 12.345. 12.345. How about Joshua Chesney with 11.781? Good enough for second quick, as it's going to be Trevor Size. He'll get the checkered flag. Quick time with 11.446 for Trevor Size. Third quick will go to the 11.781. That's going to go to Mr. Chesney. So your new BHR qualifying number 73, Trevor Size, who's been hot here recently for the American All-Star Series. In the past 3 races, has been top 3 or better. Davin Cardwell, the number 75, going to be joining us here tonight. And then you also have the number 4, that's going to be Sam Green, going to be joining us. Cardwell's first ever start here for the American All-Star Series will take the green flag. Sam Green will make himself up on the outside of the turn 3 and 4. Can Davin Cardwell, he makes his way through the middle of 3 and 4. Down and gets the white flag, he'll say. Davin Cardwell, third quick with 11.750. He's got a long way to go to get Trevor Size as the 4 machine of Sam Green. He will go, no time for there. Davin Cardwell lost it off of turn number 4. That's going to hurt him big time on his second lap as the 4 machine of Sam Green. So far, 11.983 will be his best time. That'll be good enough for 7th quick. Give everybody a heads up here for the Mountain View Raceway. Our American All-Star Series merch is out there behind the concession stands underneath the blue tent. Go say hi to Big Kev for me. Also, we are currently live on the Facebook Dirt Ridge TV. We are currently live on the Facebook Dirt Ridge TV. As the number 38 machine, that could be Kenny Hall. Now, Kenny Hall had some problems in that faster number 38, Capital Race Cars, number 38. As a precision number 2, JR, to be Jesse Bowden. As Bowden up there on the back stretch, we'll see what the 38 of Hall can do here, as Kenny Hall's been to a couple of American All-Star Series races so far. Nobody close to that track record at this time, as Kenny Hall's going to be a 12.131. Good enough for 9th quick. You want the number 2, Jesse Bowden with 11.860. That'll be good enough for 6th quick at this time. Kenny Hall's going to stay 9th quick with a 12.09, as Jesse Bowden will go with 11.860. 11.860 for Bowden. As we got Chris Wilson in the 4X and Matthew Porter going to be coming up next for our BHR qualifying here tonight. Boy, I'll tell you, this racetrack is banked. It is fast, and these guys are ripping some times. Still nowhere close to a 10.804. Trevor Size is still your quick time overall with an 11.446. As Chris Wilson in the 4X will start to get it throttled up right there on the front stretch, gets a good run off of turns 1 and 2. You'll have Matthew Porter in the Porter Services number 19 Western Excavation Machine Longhorn Chassis. He'll get himself up on the outside in turns 1 and 3 and 4. I forgot this place a little bit backwards, as it's going to be all Chris Wilson. He'll get that down to the front stretch. White flag in the air. He's going to go, second quick with 11.558 for Chris Wilson. Matthew Porter will go 8 quick with 11.942. Wilson gets the checkered flag. Oh, faster, but not enough. 11.547. 11.547 for Chris Wilson. That'll put him second quick. Matthew Porter will stay 8 quick with 11.942 for BHR qualifying. Boy, oh boy. Sportsman qualifying. We need you guys to start to come out on the chute then here momentarily. Need you guys to start coming out on the chute, please, for Sportsman qualifying. So Philip Ramirez in the brand new number 21 machine. We will see if he's going to be coming out. It looks like it's going to be the 32 of William Blankenship. And it looks like Ramirez is still going to be a scratch as Bryson Fleming in the Veteran Land Management Aiken Ridge Landworks number 14F will be coming out on that speedway. Blankenship really trying to rip the cushion. Jumped it a little bit off of turn number 4 as he'll make his way through the turns 1 and 2. William Blankenship in that PBM Racing Products number 32 as he'll get that thing wound up as he's going to try to make himself down to the back straight. White flag, and Blankenship goes 4th quick with 11.649. How about Mr. Bryson Fleming? 12.113 for Bryson Fleming. Blankenship, 4th quick overall with 11.649. 11.649 for the BBM Products number 32 of Mr. William Blankenship. Bryson Fleming in that number 14F machine. Looking about 14th quick with a 12.113. 12.113. It's going to be the dynamic duo. They're parked beside each other. One is chasing the other for the points championship. Tyler Arrington will be coming out first in the 002 machine. And right there behind him will be Ryan Smith in that 4S machine. As that is a tight battle. I think it's around like 60-something in points. I'll have to double check it here real quick before I get off the microphone. But Tyler Arrington will be cranking his big run in that 002 from the Conacher Car Care machine. As Ryan Smith will also be bringing his number 4S machine down to the backstretch. Tyler Arrington's looking for 11.4 or better. As Arrington's got her wound up, really wound up on the outside. We'll see what he can do. Oh, he's going to go 4 quick with 11.586. 11.586. Ryan Smith will get the checkered flag. He will go 6 quick with 11.704. Arrington, second lap, any better? No, 4 quick with 11.586. Ryan Smith going to be hitting the checkered flag. He'll be 6th quick with 11.681. 11.681. We have a few cars left of Jeff Jackson, Addison Cardwell, Preston Dimsdale, and Harley Magnus will be coming out here yet as the number 8 machine. That's going to be Jeff Jackson going to be trying to get his car wound up on the front stretch. And the 07 of Addison Cardwell will be coming out on the speedway. Another PPM Racing Products car in that 8 machine of Jeff Jackson. As Rhodes will make himself to the backstretch and he'll make his way through the middle of turn 3 and 4 in that CVR race car. So far as the number 8 machine of Jeff Jackson, he'll get this first lap in with a 12.110. 12.110 for Jeff Jackson. Cardwell's going to get himself, he's going to get the white flag. We'll see where he lands. Cardwell way off the pace, 13.857. Jackson's going to go 16 quick with a 12.110. As Cardwell's got to get something here. He's going to see, oh, he goes way better, 9 quick with 11.792. 11.792 for Addison Cardwell. We have 2 more cars yet to go, and then we'll get into our Sportsman qualifying here for the Mountain View Raceway here in beautiful Tennessee. I'll tell you, Tennessee is really beautiful. I think this is my 3rd time here in Tennessee, and I'll tell you, it's been a wonderful area to come out here. But we got our final qualifiers here tonight as Preston Dimsdale in that number 66 machine and the 417 of Harley Magnus is going to be out there. We'll see who's it going to be. Is anybody getting around? Trevor Sides with 11.446. At the 66 of Preston Dimsdale will get the white flag, green flag this time. So will the 417 of Harley Magnus, and we'll see what they can do here for tonight's time. They are looking for 11.446 or better. White flag, and it's going to be Preston Dimsdale. 15 quick with 11.99. 11.99. As we have the 66 rider, Preston Dimsdale, once again with 11.981. Good enough for 15 quick. The 417 of Harley Magnus will go 12 quick overall, and that will do it for qualifying. While we got a quick time here, as Trevor Size will be your overall quick time overall with 11.446. It'll go to Chris Wilson, Sylvan and Shute, Tyler Arrington, and William Blankenship will be your top 5. Once again, before I hand it over here to your wonderful duo of announcers, the American All-Star Series has City Chevrolet, PPM Racing Products, the American Racer, Dirt Ridge TV, Mahale, Aiken Ridge Landworks, BHR 55 Fabrication, Daytona 1 Performance Lubricants, O'Reilly, Outside Grooves, Save-A-Lot Food Stores, Pro Fabrication, Hendricks Exhaust, VP Racing Fuels, Wineland, ATC Bolton Fasteners, and Rocky Family Medicine, Burgess Motorsport and Consulting, Velocity Race Cars, Hyperco, Massey Power Sports, Maximum Downforce, or MD3. You will have the MWell Performance out of the Midwest. You have BB Dragon Photos, Dirt Track Racer Recovery, QA1 Shocks, the Warrior Race Cars, and our wonderful West Virginia Fireworks Outlet, and XS Batteries. And here we go. We're going to bring it over to the voice of the series, Cyrus and Brandon.
Thank you so much. Looks like track officials are getting the track ran back in after their qualifying session. Sportsman's up next for their qualifying. Front wheel drive, start getting it on your mind. Front wheel drive, you are next, start getting it on your mind.
So here we go. Our XS Power System Sportsman late models fixing to come at you for their qualifying session. 2 laps will be the distance, and how they qualify is how we will line them up for tonight's 25-lap main affair for our Sportsman late model, brought to you by XS Power. Can't say enough for all of our mighty fine sponsors on the 2025 season. If it wasn't for those guys, we could not be here every single weekend racing, so make sure when you're in those places of business, you tell them a big thank you that you heard their name right here at Mountain View Raceway. Sportsman late model qualifying, fixing to come at you.